All right, so I I decided to make this quick video to explain the whole JDQ movement, if you could even call it that. Um, right now it's in like the baby stages, the beginning stages. It's just now little by little, pretty much reaching people's screens, phone screens or whatever. And I wanted to take the time to explain why I even began this journey of bringing this uh, brand, if you could even call it that. I don't want to call it that, but for lack of a better term at this moment, I'll just say it is a brand. But yeah, so what's in the name? Or what's in a name, right? So JDQ, right? It is an acronym that does go both ways. The first way is, the acronym of my name, my first, middle, and last name, Jorge David Quiñones, right? And at the same time, it's the funny story of how all this got started. But basically, I do have a YouTube channel. It's a very humble, small YouTube channel. But within that small YouTube channel, I have learned to treat it as a second family. And yeah, just a couple of times or a few times in the chat area on one of my streams, I forgot what exactly was going on. I know it had something to do with me feeling a little distraught or whatever, but still pushing forward, still pushing through. And I noticed that one or a couple or a few of the viewers or supporters, they were trying to give me words of encouragement and this and that. And of course, Bill, one of those supporters' name is Bill. He pretty much shouted out, as you can only do with through text in the chat area. He was like, "Remember JDQ, JDQ, just don't quit." And I had seen it a few times and I loved it. But I never really looked beyond it. I never really looked past it. And while there were a few supporters that were like, "Yo, you should do something with that," but I never I wanted to, but I just at the time, at that point in time specifically, I was just I didn't know what to do with it. Yeah, it sounded great. I love the way it sounded, and but further or beyond, just liking how it sounded and liking how it felt to have the initials of my names pretty much tying into who I am at the core, didn't resonate at that time, at that point in time. And so it wasn't until a little while ago, a few days ago, where I kind of looked back on it and I'm this, I don't mean to sound cliche or whatever, but I kept saying it. And as I kept saying those words that coincide with the initials of my first, middle, and last name, I started kind of going through my mind and seeing all these different things that I have not quitted on. Because of course, me at my core, I might say, I'll put this on pause and continue later on, tomorrow, next week, next month, or whatever, or I'll put this on hold until I have what I need to actually finish this project or whatever, and then I'll get it done. But in reality, I've never once, I quit on this altogether. I want no part of it. I don't want, nothing more to do with it, and that's it. It's final. I have never once uttered those words or anything similar, like ever, ever, ever. So the fact that not only does it translate into the initials of my first, middle, and last name, but at the same time, it really does identify me as how I've always been and how I have been, especially this year, and how I do believe I will always be. So that's when it kind of like hit me. I'm like, oh, like I'm gonna roll with this. I'm gonna make this my own, and I'm gonna work with it, and I'm gonna hopefully push this thought forward. But yeah, so what's in a name? It depends, because it's what you put into the name, right? And it's what you are able to, or what you choose to portray with that name, and pretty much like what you live for, or how you live your life, carrying that name. For example, Jesus Christ. I don't mean to get religious here. I really don't. But I mean, just taking that name on its own. Christ is a title, okay, given I think only to kings, and it means the anointed one. Jesus, the name of Jesus, means deliverer or rescuer. So literally, Jesus Christ means like the anointed one to deliver, or the anointed one to save, right? Or rescue. So now imagine if Jesus Christ, chose, whether it be before his ministry, during his ministry, or obviously before his death, and said, yeah, I'm not gonna go through with this. Like, I know my name says this, and I was given this purpose, but I'm not gonna go through with that. Like, that's crazy. I'm not gonna, let them kill me or whatever for mankind. Where would we have been today if Jesus Christ would have not lived up to his name? Like, literally, like, it would have been chaos. It would have been just like the end of mankind and humanity as we know it. But he chose to represent his name accordingly, and he also chose to walk the walk. Like, pretty much execute what his name means. So that being said, and also already have said what I said earlier, I don't pretend to sell anyone a product. Whatever I end up making, t-shirts, hoodies, hats, whatever God allows me to make and produce with this new opportunity that I found. I don't want to sell a product to anyone. My aim is to offer an opportunity for anyone and everyone to remember. To remember what? To remember goals, dreams, projects, um, unachieved milestones, uh, pretty much anything that you want to reach, you know, in life. I want to be able to give the opportunity, or at least offer the opportunity, for anyone to remember those goals, remember those ideas, those projects, those plans, and remember to not quit on them. You know, uh, it's it's kind of like what I said earlier. Yeah, we might all put things on pause or put things on hold, but sometimes we need someone or something to remind us to keep pursuing those goals, those dreams, those ideas, those unachieved milestones, those plans, you know. And I want, well, at least my vision is, and my hope is, that every time someone looks at the logo or the words, they can automatically remember, yeah, I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna keep moving forward, and I'm going to reach the goals that I set out for myself. I'm gonna reach the plans that I laid out in front of me. And that's the goal. I'm not trying to sell anybody a product. I'm trying to give the opportunity, or offer the opportunity, to remember to keep pursuing those goals and dreams. Keep moving forward, especially with a year like this, like 2020. I want to try to bring hope to as many people as I can. And what better way to bring hope to those people with a phrase just that simple, just don't quit, Yeah, put things on pause if you have to, put things on hold if you have to, breathe if you need to, recoup if you need to. But no matter what you do, just don't quit. Thank you. I appreciate the time and opportunity you guys gave me by watching this video. God bless y'all. Love every single one of you guys.